I think at the end of the day, I think when push comes to shove, I just want to be loved. I just want to be adored. I just want to hug somebody and say, I love you so much. I'm so sorry for all the unfortunate and bad things that have happened in your life. I'm so sorry for all the tragedy and trauma and unfortunate events that have transpired. I just want somebody to truly empathize with me. And I want to truly empathize with them. I'm looking for true love, ultimately. I know some people, obviously when they've really hurt you for your whole life and they've lied to you and gaslit you and betrayed you, I think a lot of these people want you to react in a righteous rage. They want you to scream, they want you to shout, they want you to curse, they want you to throw a fucking tantrum. They want you to say, fuck you, how dare you do this to me? But if you behave angrily, if you behave in a rage, that kind of is reactive abuse. You're reacting to the abuse they did to you, and nobody empathizes with a rage-filled lunatic who, punches a hole in the wall. You look like the problem. So, obviously, play the violin. Talk in a way that makes you sympathize with me. Talk in a way that makes you empathize with me. Cry about the pain. I recently saw a photograph of somebody I loved, and I felt betrayed by this person. And I'm not gonna lie, I just cried. I just sat here and sobbed. And I know they say don't display. I want to behave like a human being. I want to behave like somebody who has emotions, who loves, who has empathy. I know I feel like I've been betrayed by everyone. I feel like my parents are covering up hidden realities and they're two-faced. I feel like they're keeping major secrets from me. They don't give me hugs, they don't show me warmth, they don't show me love. I think when push comes to shove, I want to be loved, I want to be empathized with, I want to be hugged. I don't want to be narcissistically baited, treated like I'm the bane of their existence, called a monster, called a fiend. I don't want to be treated like I'm not a human being. I don't want to be a monster. They say when people are monsters in your life and they treat you cruelly and when you're surrounded by monsters, you got to be careful you don't turn into a monster yourself. Don't lose your softness. Don't lose your heart. Don't lose your empathy. I think ultimately, I want to be soft. I want to be loving. And let's say hypothetically speaking, when I was at my lowest, when I was at rock bottom, when I desperately needed mental health recovery and I was vulnerable, let's say these people really did, conspire into torturing me. I know they say the best revenge is massive success. The best revenge is to live life well. The best revenge is to be happy. The best revenge is no revenge. And they say, let's say they did it to me. They say the reason you can't fathom somebody would do this to you is because you would never do this to somebody else. You like helping people, elevating people, loving people. But let's say they did it to me. The best revenge is to let love into my life, to start trusting people, to be happy. And hopefully the years of solitude, the years of taking a mega regimen of psychiatric medications that I did not want to take, I felt like it was pharmacological abuse. The years of trauma, isolation, narcissistic abuse. Hopefully that hasn't led to a terminal cancer diagnosis or a terminal illness diagnosis, because I hear bad mental health is deadlier than smoking a pack of cigarettes, and I've been in bad mental health for my whole life. I feel like I've been unloved for my whole life. Ultimately, what I'm hoping for, more than money, more than fame, Because frankly, I don't want everybody focused on me. I don't want everybody to be obsessed with me. More than all of that, I'm looking for true love. I mean, I would love money so I could have a pool and independence and to live comfortably, because in USA you need money. But more than that, I'm looking for true love. I'm looking for happiness. I'm looking for somebody I can just, who will just melt my heart, you know? And I'll just be madly in love with them. That's what I'm looking for, love.